Audio video cables. And we got a power socket here that would run all the way down to the basement, and under the basement will go and connect to a power outlet to our power supply in the basement. And I got some more RCA cabling here. Here is the cables that I ran from outside to the satellite receivers. And what these are going to do is connect to a splitter, and that splitter will further feed back into the wall, come back out this hole, and go into the satellite. We'll post more. Okay, so continuation. Now, I have realized that I made a few mistakes, primarily with the sockets that I made. As you can see, you know, the fishing of the cabling from the basement up wasn't that easy. So I ended up making a couple extra holes. I did get my power working good though. And I had to end up making 2 holes for my components. What would be easier is if you made one big hole, maybe, I don't know, 6-inch by 4-inch hole. You can get some sort of casing for that from Home Depot or Rona or somewhere, and have all your components come in through there. Another mistake I made is my hanging floating shelf here that I got from IKEA. As you can see, the width of it is not actually meant to hold audio-video devices like VCRs and satellite receivers, etc. So you might want to be a bit more careful about that. I just wanted to go for the hanging shelf look, but most people have like a little shelf here on the bottom that they'll have all the stuff in, so that won't be a problem. I have my power mounted up here. I don't know if this is going to work properly because when I hang my TV here, you know, there's going to be cables coming out of here for the power. So when I tilt the TV back, but ideally the TV will be tilted forward, so that should be okay. In any case, here's where I am right now. I got all my cables pulled, just actually getting closer to the end stage here. I got my fat power and my dice QC switch here wired into the wall as well. So I will make a follow-up video once I make a little bit more progress. Okay, so the project is pretty much complete. You can see the final outcome. I'm really happy with the way the TV looks. Unfortunately, I can't say the same about all my devices and the shelving. It didn't really work out how I was planning. So maybe at another time when budget and time permits, I might reevaluate that. I don't know how I'm going to do that, considering in order to hide my cabling, you can see I made all sorts of holes in the wall here. You can't see them here because it's all kind of blocked. I'm going to show my camera inside so you can see. Like, you can see those holes there. Now, if I do decide to change that all, I'm going to have to get those holes patched up. Overall, I mean, I'm happy. As you can see, you save a lot more room. So, you know, you can't really use that room down there for much unless you want to put some books or something, but it is good because the room looks a lot less cluttered now. The reason why I did this all is because I recently got some new furniture, and with that furniture, the room it's a small family room, so it kind of got really cluttered up. But anyways, that's the final look of it. I'm going to try and show you a little bit behind the TV here. Let me get my lights here so it brightens up a little bit. And you can see, I mean, actually in the camera it looks really messy. I tried to keep it as organized as I could. It's not easy to do that though, obviously you can imagine. But there's so many wires. Unfortunately, all my devices are older ones, so none of them are really HDMI. I know, that kind of ruins the whole purpose of the plasma, but this is my satellite and my DVD, which I'm still using on components. RCA component cables, and that's my receiver and DVD player, but I don't use the DVD player, I just use the DVD player here. So maybe when I get newer devices, then at that point HDMI will make life a lot easier. But the reason why I bring that up is because so each one of these guys has 5 cables plus power, and unless you're making custom cables, if you go out and buy the standard 6-foot cables, it becomes, I mean, the hole for this is right behind here, and the hole for the TV would be right behind here. So I just have cable going from this point behind the wall here, and that's only like, what, a foot and a half, and I've got 6 feet of cable times 5 per device, and I've got 3 devices with that type of cable. So there's a lot of cabling that it made things really difficult. I'm going to stick my camera here under the TV, see if you can get a little bit of a view of what it looks like behind the TV. So I don't know if the lighting back there is good or not, but anyways, that's more cabling there. I mean, the good part is the cabling is all hidden, right? My power supply, I ended up moving up here because before it was somewhere around here, and when the TV was here, it was like really hard. It was missing all the power cables. I don't want something to get short. So, anyways, that's the final product. You know, pretty good. One thing I was thinking is, even when I started this project, I was really kind of emphasizing on the height that I mount the TV, and even with that, I think I went a little bit high. It's not too bad. I think it's about 6.5 feet high. I probably would have been better off if I stayed at around, I don't know, maybe 6 or 5.5 feet. It's a 50-inch, so you can see, yeah, I would say it's about, maybe actually just a little bit less than 6.5 feet. So it's not bad. Once it's on, it's not like your neck is hurting. You know, you can keep a straight head, just your eyes are kind of point up. But, I mean, that's okay. I guess if someone is mounting a project like this one, you be really careful with your height. Make sure you spend a lot of time calculating that. One thing I've learned from this project is you don't rush. Just go really slow, and you know, last thing you want is to do all this hard work. This whole project took me about 3 days, but that's because I had a lot of internal wiring to do, and this is my first time fishing cable. And not only that, I had to run cables from outside the house because along with this project also included the mounting of a SAT. So, you know, it was a lot of work. Anyways, that's the final project. I just wanted to share this video with everybody in case somebody is going to be starting a project soon, and they needed some tips and advice. Thank you very much.